KEX News Time 7:39. You know the actress Kristen Bell as Veronica Mars. Remember the teenage gumshoe high school detective on TV? And her partner Dax Shepard, you know from the TV series Parenthood, they came to Portland this week to pitch their new movie, Hit and Run. It's a romantic action comedy. I've seen it. It's one of my favorite films of the year. Scott and I had a chance to catch up with Kristen and Dax. They visited us in the Morning Update studio. And I wanted to know, hey, why did you come to town to make a push for this movie? It's good, but we don't usually see actors do this.
Well, we're here to show it off.
Yeah, there's very conventional thinking in movies. If you have a real clunker, you wait until an hour before it comes out to show critics and everyone else so no one finds out what a stinker it is. But if you have something that you actually love and people are responding to, you should try to show it as much as humanly possible. So we're touring the country and just showing it everywhere we go and doing Q&As and stuff. It's a very grassroots campaign we're involved with.
Mm-hmm. But Kristen, you're both on vacation from your TV shows. I mean, do you ever stop working?
Yeah, we went to Africa, right, sweetie?
Yeah, we went to Africa 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, we've taken vacations for sure. For sure.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We're doing
good. We're doing good.
No, but we did have a really challenging year last year between shooting the movie, then editing it at our house, and doing Parenthood and House of Lies. We were super, super busy, but this year we did find a nice 2.5 week window, and we went to Africa. So now we feel very recharged and ready to tour the country.
You talk about this being a grassroots effort to promote it, but this is also a grassroots movie. This all the cast are your friends, right?
Yeah, this is identical to what a birthday party of ours would look like at the house.
These are
all the people that are over anyways. Yeah, we had a very modest budget, and a studio wasn't involved originally, and we just went out and found the money, and we asked all of our friends to be in it, and thank goodness they obliged us, and we have this cast we have no right to having, and they're all great in it. But I think they were attracted to it because each person got to do something maybe that they don't normally get to do, like Kristen Chenoweth, who's a very good Christian girl.
Upstanding citizen. Yeah. She got to have a real potty mouth, which made me laugh so much. She
is so good at it,
plays
too.
such a vixen, yeah. But also, I mean, some of our friends have had very wonderful careers and are famous, and some of our friends are not and just super talented and under the radar. And
my little sister's in it, which is her
Dax's little sister, who's
role.
Fantastic, and our friend Jess Rollins, who plays, the cops in the movie. You've never seen them before, and they're brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman didn't even make the cast list, but he's in it.
Yeah, we try to keep that as a nice surprise. Spoiler alert!
Listen, how did you know you could write a screenplay, and how did you know you could get it produced? I mean, this is a tough end of the business.
It is, but the business has changed so much. When I did Without a Paddle, Paramount that year had released like 14 or 15 movies. Disney had done 12. Universal had done 50. Whatever those numbers are, now you have Paramount releasing like 5 or 6 movies a year. Disney's releasing 7. So the whole business has shrunk so much that if you don't have the capacity to just go out there and make your own movie, you're going to be waiting in line for the rest of your life. So you really, it's the climate of the movie business is such that you have to just go out there and do it, or it's not going to get done. But from a writing standpoint, I was at Groundling, which is a famous comedy theater in LA, and they made us develop our writing skills as much as our improv skills or our character work. So they taught a really great work ethic for just producing material, writing nonstop 5 days a week. So I come from that tradition, and I had years where I was writing 5 and 6 sketches a week. So to bang out a screenplay now isn't that challenging for me, just simply because of the background I have at the Groundlings.
Dax, in the movie, you do all your own driving, and nobody in Hollywood does that.
The chase scenes are incredible.
The chase scenes. Kristen, you were there riding along. No stunt woman for you.
No.
I mean, was this fun?
Are you guys stupid? Or?
It was. Well, we're idiots, yeah. But I mean, it was a very clear decision for me because I said, listen, if you're going to break your back and be in a wheelchair, I'm not going to push you. I want to be in one as well. So let's just do it together. But Dax did do 100% of his driving, which I find very impressive, because any actor that tells you that in Hollywood is BSing you. It's not true. But But I actually saw it with my own 2 eyes that he did it.
Well, my big hobby, and in fact, the only reason I act is a means to get money to spend on cars. So I race motorcycles, I race off road. My life, from a child till now, is just revolved around cars and any kind of motorsports. So this was, a fusion of all the things I love in life. Kristen, my actual car collection, and all my best friends. It won't get better than this.
You two fly through the air in that off-road race car for I don't know how many feet. It looks like a computer trick, but it's not.
It's not. There's not a single piece of computer-generated anything in this movie. This is a throwback to Smokey and the Bandit, like the Hal Needham days.
And when somebody make that comparison, you were thrilled.
Oh my God! You see, I almost kissed the guy. Yeah, I mean, he's my Hal Needham is like my hero. He directed, if you don't know Hal Needham, all the Smokey and the Bandits and Cannonball Runs, and the Burt Reynolds fun movies of the 70s and 80s. So yeah, and he was a legendary stuntman. So I idolize Hal Needham.
If you see the previews of this movie, you'll see a scene where those two bust in accidentally on a group of elderly swingers in a motel room. They're naked in the film, these older people. But we asked Kristen about why they're covered up in the preview.
No, we're not. Clearly, we can't show the nudity in the trailer, but I wish we could because it's so not sexual.
How old are those people?
I think not one of them was below 70.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't damage the gate.
An attractive lot. If I look like Graham when I'm 80, I'm going to feel very good about myself.
Well, anyone who's, we got them on Craigslist. Anyone who's of 70 plus combing the Craigslist ads for nude actors has got to be somewhat attractive.
You guys are real life partners. More projects together in the future. I know you enjoyed working together on this one, but is that going to happen more? Or can you tell?
We would love to.
Yeah.
I think the marketplace will dictate how much we get to work together. But yeah, if people respond to us and go see the movie, we are very open to doing it again. It was the best time either of us have had working. Or I speak for myself. It was the best time I've had.
I had a pretty good time. I'm not going to lie.
But you don't realize that for guys like Scott and me, when we watch Kristen on the big screen and we know her guy is right there too, it just kind of impacts us a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It destroys the fantasy. Look, there's a legion of men who hate me, and I understand. I understand why. But if I say to those men, shouldn't you be happy? I'm fulfilling the fantasy that a normal guy can get Kristen Bell. this should be wind in the sails of all sixes out there.
Yeah, right. Listen, I'm sure that there are plenty of Parenthood fans who would have my head easily to be with you. So I think it goes both ways.
Unfortunately, most of them hang out with my grandmother. But yeah.
Is the TV thing okay with both of you? Is that regular work, which means not much time for movies, or would you prefer to be doing all movie work? Kristen?
No, I would much rather be doing television work. For me, it's I think that there's there's some good movies made and there are a lot of crappy movies made, and I think it's the reverse in television. There's a lot of excellent television out there. Mm-hmm. I also like the consistency of being with a character through the whole year, of working not just for 2 hours on a character and then leaving them. I feel like I like the consistency of television, and for me, also the work ethic there. It's very fast paced. You can't get bored. I missed it a lot. That's why I came back last year, and I'm doing House of Lies. So I don't think I'll ever leave TV.
Well, the nice thing about it too is, on a movie, it's like you get post band camp blues. You're with these people for 7 weeks. You're around them 100 hours a week, and then it's over, and then you don't see them, and it's kind of sad. Whereas on a TV show, it's so nice. You get to keep coming back year after year and spending time with all these people that you have these relationships with. So lifestyles wise, it's very, very nice.
I was with one of my sons at the screening of Hit and Run. He's 36. And he was telling me how awesome he thought Veronica Mars was. Did Dax think Veronica Mars was awesome?
That's so flattering that your son said that. And yes, surprisingly, when we first started dating, Dax hadn't seen it. And I think that you kind of rolled your eyes and you definitely thought,
what's it about? And then what
I
did
said,
you say?
I play a teenage gumshoe.
A high school detective. I said, oh boy, this sounds great.
But he's a very good partner, and so he said to himself, well, listen, whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to get through it. I deserve to see her work. I'm supporting her. He sat down with the DVDs, and about two episodes in, I said something from the kitchen, and he was like, shut up, Sam, I'm watching
Shut
Veronica
up! I'm
Mars.
watching Veronica Mars.
He was
Teenage
so
Gumshoe.
here.
territorial
And I
of
watched
it.
all 3 seasons in about 4 days.
Fantastic.
That's love. Right there.
Wow, it's a great show. As
Yeah.
silly as that concept is, man, it is such a good show.
It
If
works.
anyone who hasn't seen it, I think you can like stream it on Netflix and these different digital platforms. It's so good.
Kristen Bell, Dax Shepard, thanks for talking to us. As I told you guys, I love that movie. I have seen one movie twice, Mad World. I will take my wife and see your movie. later on
Oh, that's
again.
so flattering.
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations. Continued success. Please do more.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
We will.
Their movie opens here August 24th.